Another typical question is how much is the BAH? How much am I going to get for that?
Right.
For housing.
And so when you're using the post 9/11 GI Bill, you can get, we call it MHA because, we can't use the same terminology that the military does, but our monthly housing allowance, it does vary depending on where you live. So so the thing that I would recommend is if you know where you're going to go to school and you're looking to get, apply and get on and get everything started, is go on, use the GI Bill comparison tool and determine how you want to go, how much the money's going to be there, what your rent's going to be if you're going to go to school someplace, farther away. And then from there, that tool will tell you how much money you're going to get. I will stress, though, that with the monthly housing allowance, we pay when you're in school. So if you decide to take a 3-month break, you're not going to get monthly housing allowance during that 3-month break. You only get paid when you're actually in the seat, figuratively, because you can, of course, take online classes. But that amount of money is only applied while you're actually actively enrolled in classes.
And is it based also on half-time, full-time?
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, your rate of pursuit is what we call that. And that does change. So if you're only attending half-time, the amount of money is going to change. If you're only attending 50%, you don't get housing. Because in essence, the idea is that you're probably working someplace else and you're already supplementing your income that way. But if you're working on a degree and you're going anywhere from 51% to 100%, then we will cover, housing for that amount. It just changes a little bit as needed to fit your rate of pursuit.
So I can understand if it's like summertime. Okay, my butt's not in the seat.
Right.
I'm not going to get paid for that time. Do I get paid at a reduced amount? Say, because I might only be in school for a week or 2 weeks in the month of December.
So then what you go into is what we call proration. So if you decide, let's say you started school and you only have 13 days in December. So when we pay monthly housing allowance, it's paid on a 30-day basis. So what we would do is basically the math is involved in there, but you can go and say, okay, well, on a 30-day basis, they pay me $27 a day. So then you can do the math and say, okay, $27 a day times 13 days is how much you're going to get for that December payment. And everything is always paid in arrears. So if you went to school in December, then your monthly housing allowance for December is paid in that first week of January. So you will have to, figure out within yourself, how are you going to take care of that? Because that money comes after you've completed. We don't pay before. Because, sometimes things change in life and you don't go. Then unfortunately we've created a debt for you and we don't want to do that. So the best way that we can come up with to cover for that and to prevent debts from happening is to pay after you've completed that month.
Hey folks, connecting with your benefits is our primary mission, and the SITREP is providing more options than ever.
Subscribe to our free email newsletter, subscribe to our audio podcast channel, or subscribe to our content on YouTube.
For details and links, check out the description below.